Hello everyone. In today's video, we will discuss about how to download our FreeRTOS file and how to make use of our FreeRTOS file using our Keil Microvision. That is, we are going to look into the porting our FreeRTOS into LPC2129. So how to do that? We will have a look into. So if you want to download your FreeRTOS, you can directly get back to your freertos.org web page. So once you have entered into this freertos.org, you will be having an option called download FreeRTOS. So here we are going to click on download FreeRTOS. Once you have clicked on that, you will be getting one more window. In that you will be having FreeRTOS, FreeRTOS LTS and FreeRTOS Labs. So out of these three platforms, we are going to look into FreeRTOS. In that you can click on download. You will be getting your package and you can click on save. Your file will get downloaded. Once your file has been downloaded, you can get into the folder where your file is present. So you can simply double click the file to open it up. So if you are having any 7-zip or if you are having WinRAR, it will automatically ask you where you want to extract it. So here you can select the folder where you want to extract. So as of now, you can get back to your PC. Under your PC, you can select your C drive. So this is a drive where we want to extract our FreeRTOS. After that, you can click on OK and you can click on extract. Your file will get extracted. So once your extraction is over, you can start creating your new project using your Keil Microvision and we can get back to our porting. So before creating our porting or before creating our new project, we will have a look into what are all the steps we are going to make use of in order to do the porting of FreeRTOS on LPC2129. So now we are going to look into porting FreeRTOS on LPC2129. So here the first step what we need to do is we need to add the FreeRTOS source files to your project, and the second step we are going to set the appropriate include paths in our Keil Microvision, and the third point is we are going to copy our FreeRTOS configuration.h into the same directory as your main.c is present. The fourth point, we are going to make sure our supervisory mode before entering into our main program, so that modification we can be able to do it in our startup.s. So we are going to remove the entry of the user mode code in our startup.s in order to do that. Next we are going to modify our software interrupt handler SWI handler in our startup.s. So these are all the 5 points what we are going to do in order to port our FreeRTOS into our LPC2129. So now we will create our new project and we will get started. So first we will create a new folder for our project in our desktop. So let us say I am creating a new project and I am going to naming it as a RTOS program. So inside this folder what I am going to do is I am just going to create my new project under the name of task. So this is my folder name. So under this we are going to create our new project. So our folder is ready. So now we can open up our Keil Microvision. So here we need to create our new project. So you can click on new Microvision project. So once you have clicked on new Microvision project, you can get back to your desktop. So under the desktop we are having RTOS programs. Under this RTOS programs folder, I just want to get back to the task. So under this task folder we are going to create our first project. So the first project name what we are going to mention is we are going to mention it as a multitask. So once our project name has been given, we can save this and it will ask using which microcontroller you are going to create a new project. So here as we have previously referred, we can get back to our legacy database. Under this you can search for LPC2129. So once you have clicked on LPC2129, you can click on OK. So after that it will ask you whether you want to copy the startup.s file to your project folder or not. So here you can click on yes once you have given that, the source under source group you will be having startup.s. So now we will get back to our first point. So our first point, what we are going to do is we are going to add our FreeRTOS source files into our project. So before adding our FreeRTOS source files into our project, just we will create a group so that we can organize it. So you can right click your target where you can add your new group. So here we can rename it by simply double clicking on that. So it will ask you to enter a new name. So I am just renaming my new group to our FreeRTOS, where we are going to include our RTOS source files. And here we are having source group. So this source group I am just going to rename it to application. So application code. So now we are having two groups. So under application code we are going to create our new file and we are going to write our program on that. And under this FreeRTOS group we are going to include our source files. How to include that we will have a look into. So now you can right click this FreeRTOS directory. So under this we want to add our existing files to the FreeRTOS. So once you clicked on that, it will ask from where you want to add your file. So previously we have extracted our FreeRTOS files to the directory C. So now we are going to get into our C directory. Under that C we are going to select the paths. So we are going to get back to our C drive. Under our C drive we have extracted our FreeRTOS. So under that folder we are going to include few files so that we can make our minimal configuration for our FreeRTOS. So here we are going with minimal configuration. So now we can go up and we can select under this PC we are having C drive. So under C drive we are having FreeRTOS version 10.2.1. So in your case it may be different version, so no need to worry about that. So you can get into this particular folder. So after getting into that folder you will be getting two more new folders. Under that you can click on FreeRTOS. Under FreeRTOS you can get into source. So under source you will be having n number of files. So out of all these files we are going to select three files. So one file is our list, another file is our queue, another file is our task. So we are going to work on with list, queue and tasks for our minimal configuration. So you can, once you have selected that, you can check your file name has been listed here, that is tasks.c, list.c and queue.c. So you can click on add, your file will get added to your source group. So you can close this window to confirm whether your file has been added or not. So you can notice your 3 file has been included here. So once your 3 file has been included, so we are going to add 3 more files, so which will be important for our memory management also. So if you want to include that, again you can right click, you can add your existing files to your source group. So you can open up this PC. So under this PC we will be having our C drive. So under C drive we will be having FreeRTOS version 10.2.1. Under that you will be having FreeRTOS. Under FreeRTOS you will be having source again. Under source this time we need to get into portable, and under portable you need to get back to your memory management. So you will be having memory management folder. Under this memory management folder we are going to select heap 4, and once you have selected your heap 4 you can click on add, and here you can notice your heap 4 has been included. Next we are going up one level, and under this we are going to get into RVDS. Under this RVDS folder we will be having LPC 21XX. So as we are going to work on with LPC 2129, we need to get into this particular folder. Once you have entered into this particular folder, you will be seeing only one file, but here we need to include 2 files. If you want to get back all the files here, what you can do is you can click on file of type, and here you can select all files. So once you have selected all files, you will be getting all the files listed here. In this files we are going to select port and we are going to select port asm.s. So we are going to click on add, and once you have added all the files you can close it. So once you have closed that, you can look here, we will be having totally 6 number of files. Okay, so these 6 files is for minimal FreeRTOS configuration. So once all the 6 files has been included, next we need to open up our startup.s. So under this startup.s we are going to make some few modifications. So as we have referred earlier, so we are going to make sure our system is going to run under supervisory mode. So if you want to make your system to run under supervisory mode, we are going to make 4 changes under our startup.s. So the first change what we are going to do is we are going to make use of our line number 400. So from our line number 400 till our line number 411 we are going to comment out. So why we are commenting out these lines means we are not going to enter into user mode. As we are using FreeRTOS, we want to enter into supervisory mode. As this is a assembly level code, if you want to comment out lines, what you can do is you can go with a semicolon in order to comment out multiple lines here. So I am just going with semicolon in front of each and every line. So here you can notice you can comment out your line number 400 till your 411, or you can delete all these lines. So once the first change has been made, next we are going with second modification. So your second modification will be under your line number 259. So we are going to comment out our line number 259 so that we can direct our file path where our FreeRTOS is present. So after commenting out our line number 259, what we can do is we can open up one more file that is present under the FreeRTOS directory here, that is our port asm.s. So under this port asm.s here, if you come down you can have a look, we are having export vport eel processor. So we are just going to copy this vport eel processor. Once you have copied this vport eel processor which is present under our line number 33, we are going to paste inside our startup.s. So here you can notice we were in port asm.s. Under port asm.s we are having export vport eel processor. So once you have copied that, you can get back to your startup.s here under your line number 251 where you are going to paste it. So this is how we are going to port our FreeRTOS files to our current application code what we are going to create. So once you have done with this step, we are going to make 4th change. So that is nothing but we are going to include one more line under our startup.s. So here under line number 257 you can notice there is a empty line is there. So under this empty line we are going to make use of import to import our vport eel processor. So you can give a tab space there and you can paste it. So you will be getting vport eel processor that has been imported to your current application code and the same address we are pointing out here. So there are totally 4 changes that we have done under our startup.s. So once all the 4 changes has been done, next we can move on to our next change. So we are going to set appropriate path into our current project what we have created. So if you want to set the appropriate path into the current project, where we can go is we can get back to our options for target. So you can click on the icon or you can right click your target and where you can select options for target. So once you have selected options for target, under that basically we will do 2 changes. One is creating a hex file under output section, and under linker we will make use of use memory layout. Now apart from that we need to mention where our C file is present. So as we already know, our FreeRTOS is present under our C drive. So we need to include that path So here under this C or C++ tab, you will be having include paths. In the right corner you will be having a browse option, so you can click on that browse option. So it will ask you to set up the folder. So here you can click on create, you can click on delete, or you can move up or move down the folders. So as of now we are going to insert a new folder, so you click on that. So once you have clicked on that, again it will ask you to enter the path. Either you can type out the path where your file is present, or you can click on browse. Under this browse section you need to go to your PC. Under this PC we will be having C drive. Under C drive we are having FreeRTOS version 10.2.1. so under this FreeRTOS version 10.2.1 we need to get into the folder where our files are present. So as of now we are going to enter into our FreeRTOS. Under this we are having source, under this we are having include. So this is the first file path we are going to include. So you can click on select folder so that the file path will get included. So under this path what we are having is we are having all the header files that is related to our FreeRTOS. So next we are going to include one more path. So you can click on insert, and after that you will be getting this, and here you can click on browse option. So under this browse option again you can enter into this PC. Under this PC you can enter into C drive. Under your C drive you will be having FreeRTOS folder, you can select that. Under that we are having FreeRTOS, under that we are having source. So this time we need to get into portable. Under portable we need to select RVDS. Under RVDS we need to select ARM7 LPC21xx.h where our port file is present. So you can click on select folder, you will be getting your second path, and you can click on insert. So here we are going to insert our third path. So our third path is going to be a current working directory. So if you want to mention your current working directory, you can simply mention a dot. So this dot is going to mention we are going to work on with our current working directory also. So this dot is going to get replaced with our current working directory. So there are totally 3 paths that we have included here. So inside all the 3 paths we are having the C files what we are going to work on. So once you have inserted that, you can click on OK. So after that you need to get into your ASM section. So under this ASM section we need to include our assembly level file which we have included under our FreeRTOS directory here. So we have included our port asm.s. So we need to make use of that particular path because our port asm.s is present under our file path which is in different directory. So under this include paths you need to click on browse option again. Under browse option you can create or you can insert a new path. So here on the right side you will be having browse icon. So under this browse you can get back to your C drive where our FreeRTOS is present. Under this PC we are having C drive. Under C drive we are having FreeRTOS version 10.2.1. under that we are having FreeRTOS. Under FreeRTOS under source we will be having portable. Under portable we are having RVDS. Under RVDS we are having ARM7 LPC21xx. This is a folder where our port asm.s is present. You can click on that and you can select the folder. Again your file path will get included here. You can click on OK, and after that you can click on OK. So now our all file path has been included. So inside these many directories we are working on now. So we have included all the file paths. So next we will move on to our final thing. So we need to copy our FreeRTOS configuration.h from our demo directory and we need to paste it here. So if you want to do that, what you can do is you can minimize your Keil Microvision. You can open up your directory, Windows Explorer. Under that you can get back to your C drive. So you can get into your FreeRTOS. This time you need to get into your FreeRTOS. Under that we will be getting demo. So we are not supposed to get into source. we are going to get into demo. Under the demo folder, you will be noticing a number of folders. Out of that, as we are working on with our ARM7 LPC 2129 and we are making use of Keel Microvision software, you can select that particular folder. So you will be noticing the folder name called as ARM7 LPC 2129 Keel RVDS. Under this ARM7 LPC 2129 Keel RVDS, you will be having a FreeRTOS configuration.h file. So you are simply going to copy this file and you are going to paste inside your present working directory. So as we already know, in our desktop we have created a folder. You can open up that folder. Under that folder we are having a task as our, under this task folder only we are having our project. So here you can paste it. So once you have pasted it, you can minimize all the window. You can open up your Keel Microvision. So under this Keel Microvision, you can close up all the files which we have modified. So as we have already saved that. So here we are going to create a new file. This file I am going to save it as a dot. So this file I am going to save it as a task1.c. So once we have saved that, we are going to add this file to our application code. You can right click your application code. You can click on add existing file to your group. You can select your task1 and you can add it, and after that you can close this window. So now your file has been included here. So now you can include your lpc21xx.h header file, hash include lpc21xx.h header file. Then you can create your main function. So once you have created your main function, you can save this file and you can click on rebuild to compile the code. So if your code has been compiled successfully without any errors, then our project has been created successfully. So now our porting has been done successfully. So if you are getting 0 errors at the end of your first file, if you are getting 0 errors after compiling, which means your porting has been completed successfully. So once our porting is completed successfully, we are going to work on with our multitasking.